Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Serrano, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Haylou GT7 True Wireless Earbuds, and these are a follow-up to the Haylou W1s that I did take a look at most recently, but these are going to be pretty much the same type of earbud, same battery life, and similar performance as well, except that these will only offer the 5 hours on a single charge with the 20 extra with the charging case, whereas the W1s offer the 6 hours with the 20 additional hours with the charging case. Now, there's a few other details that I will get into in just a moment, but overall the packaging was pretty straightforward. It came in this glossy texture similar to the Haylou W1s. The Haylou GT7 case was a little bit more, the Haylou logo was a little bit more legible, but it did have that same like Easter egg type design with the lipstick style case and the bulb with the stem on there as well. So you can see when you compare the two, they're really similar. They're extremely similar, but there's a big difference that I'll get into in just a second when we go over the sound quality. But you're going to notice that the Haylou GT7s will offer AI call noise canceling, whereas the Haylou W1s actually had, the Qualcomm QC-C3040 and also aptX and the nose driver, whereas the Haylou GT7s will have the AAC audio codec and the AI noise cancellation and low latency mode. So these have this specific mode for gaming where you can actually get into that in a little bit more detail. But when you open up the case of the earbuds, it's kind of difficult to open that up unless you use your pointer and pop it out. But you will be provided with the additional ear tips as well included in the bundle, which are nice that they did offer that. And then you will be able to pair these when you take them out of the case, and you basically go into your Bluetooth, and once you take them out at the exact same time, you just look for the Haylou GT7. So I think that's pretty straightforward. That not unlike the Haylou W1s where there was like an animation that popped up, which was pretty cool. These don't have that, but these are much more lighter in the ear. I did notice that they were lighter. They were a bit more fitting in the ear. They did have the ear tip, which gave you a seal, and they did have a nice comfort level. So one of the things I noticed is that they did have a really good seal when I was using them, and they did have a nice passive noise cancellation as well. So when you double tap on the right earbud, you can switch songs, but there was actually no way to go back. So I just wanted to throw that out there, but you could use Google Assistant when you tap 3 seconds on the left earbud, and you can actually get that done by changing the volume. So, or you could tap 3 times and tell it to go back a song or whatever. But on the right earbud, it's going to be pretty straightforward. You will be able to change the songs, but on the left earbud, if you double tap, you can actually change, to the gaming mode as well. And then a triple tap on the left earbud will initiate the Google Assistant. So I was able to change the volumes as well as change the songs with the, the tap of a finger. But sometimes it wasn't like, responding to the touch, but, give or take, depending on how acquainted you are to these, you will find the right area so that you can tap that every single time. But like I said before, a double tap will initiate the gaming mode. Another double tap will turn it off. So the latency on these is going to be really good. It's about 65 milliseconds of low latency. So it's pretty good. And one thing I noticed is that the gunshots did match every time I triggered the button for the gunshot, I could hear it at almost the exact same time. There was a slight delay, but better than any other earbuds that I've been testing. And what I did is that I'd removed the medium-sized ear tips because I noticed that I have bigger size ears. So the gap was a lot larger of space to put when I was putting the earbuds in. I did need to fill the space with a larger ear tip, which gave it a better noise, canceling quality to it. So it didn't have it didn't have ANC or anything like that, but they did have really good passive noise cancellation when I was wearing these. So I was surprised about that part. Now let's talk about the overall fit in the ear and overall, the sound quality with these. Now, the big difference about these compared to the Haylou W1s is that the W1s are going to be a little bit more bigger, and you're going to notice the size of one's going to be a little bit bigger, a little bit more weight to them, whereas these are a little bit more smaller in the ear, less, they take up less space in your ear and everything like that. And the sound quality compared to the Haylou W1s, these are more focused on bass and treble. I did notice that they did put a more emphasis toward bass and treble, like songs like hip hop and EDM, things like that. Anything with a really big bass sound to it, or a drum or a snare, you could definitely hear that. When the bass comes on these, it sticks around for like half of a second, and then it stays there for quite some time, and then it goes away. So when I was listening to music or playing games with these compared to the W1s, I did notice that the bass was a little bit more heavy on these compared to the W1s. But one of the things about the W1s is that those have a more balanced sound on the highs and stuff like that, and you could actually hear all the instruments equally, whereas these focus more on the bass and treble. So I just wanted to throw that out there, that these will have a really nice bass sound to them, because they do have that really snug fit in the ear, like I mentioned before, and a really nice design with the ear tips and everything like that. And then because these are Bluetooth 5.2, they will have a faster transmission and lower power consumption, as well as really good for gaming with the low latency gaming mode as well. So hey, what's going on, guys? So this is the microphones coming out of the Haylou GT7 right now. So these are like a AI technology for microphones. It's got some extremely low latency for the gaming mode, 65 milliseconds, and AI call noise reduction. Let's test that out. I'm gonna play some background noise as loud as possible. Alright, so let me know if you guys can hear me over this background noise. It's at full volume. It's as high as it can go, and I'm talking through some noise from outside of a window. It says New York City sounds outside of a window. So this is how it would sound if I hopped out of a taxi and we were having a conversation while I was hopping out of that taxi. But let me know how the audio sounds, and then I'm gonna put it halfway. So it's at halfway now, so it's at 50%. Let me know how the microphones do with the AI technology in this thing. It's really good at blocking out the passive noise cancellation as well, but also let me know how it does without any noise as well, reduction. So compare those three scenarios: high volume, outside noise, medium volume, and then without any. But the fit of these was definitely pretty good. I noticed that I could barely feel that they were in my ears. They were super comfortable, and you could wear these for long periods of time without having to get uncomfortable with fit. It's definitely going to be a nice snug fit. Really lightweight in the ear. They did also have some really good highs and lows, but deeper bass than the W1s. But they did have that's what they focused on more. You couldn't really hear all the instruments that I couldn't hear all the instruments that I could usually hear with the W1s, because the bass was dominant on these. And honestly, like having a little bit more bass in headphones, but the W1s, I did appreciate the fact that I could hear a larger range of instruments in the track, which was definitely good, because some people would like to hear like orchestra sound in music, where they could hear the cymbals, the snares, the drums, and everything like that equally. But these more focused on those deep bass instruments and stuff like that. So I definitely was a big fan of these when I was comparing them to the Haylou W1s. But when it came to gaming, I really didn't notice any difference, because these both do offer that 5.2 Bluetooth. But then when the call quality with these, it was really nice, really clear. It did reduce the environment wind noise when I was in a lot of wind, or when I was around a lot of cars. It did reduce that dramatically. So I did appreciate that fact, that these do have a really nice AI call noise cancellation. So when you're on a phone call and you're going to be talking to somebody, it's going to reduce the environmental noises for a clear call. Like if you're on a business call, or if you have to pick up a phone call outside, you won't have to worry about the wind blowing into the microphones or anything like that. here. I could definitely say they had a really comfortable fit, really good bass when I was listening to music, and the gaming mode definitely was really good for watching videos and playing games and stuff like that, with basically next to no lag when you're gaming on here. But let me know down below what you guys think in the comment section about the Haylou GT7s and also about the W1s, if you've had any experience with the Haylou earbuds before. But I'm gonna get right back with you, answer all of your questions in the comment section, and I'll check you guys later. Peace. Later, crew.